The palace is eerily silent that night. Hamdan's wife sits near the window of their chamber, staring out into the dark sky. The moonlight casts a soft glow over her face, but it does little to hide the sadness in her eyes. Her heart is heavy, her mind restless. The thought of leaving everything behind, of escaping like fugitives, terrifies her. And yet, staying means losing Hamdan forever. She wraps her arms around herself, trying to push away the fear clawing at her chest. She knows Hamdan is doing everything to protect her. She knows he loves her. But what if it isn't enough? What if his father finds them? What if this all ends in disaster? The door opens quietly, and she turns to see Hamdan entering the room. His expression softens when he sees her, but he can tell, she has been crying. Again, Hamdan softly, stepping closer, "You're still awake," wife barely above a whisper, her voice heavy with emotion. "How can I sleep, Hamdan? How can I close my eyes when I don't know what tomorrow will bring?" Hamdan exhales, kneeling in front of her. He takes her hands in his thumbs gently brushing over her skin. "Hamdan, gently, but firmly, I know you're scared. But trust me, my love. I will not let anything happen to you. I swear it," wife tears welling up, her voice breaking. "I do trust you, Hamdan. But everything feels so uncertain. What if your father finds us? What if we don't make it? What if you regret leaving?" Hamdan's heart clenches at the pain in her voice. He cups her face, forcing her to look into his eyes. Hamdan with deep emotion, "Listen to me. I could never regret choosing you. Never. You are my life. My home. My heart. Without you, I am nothing. Do you understand?" Her lips tremble, a single tear slipping down her cheek. Hamdan leans in, pressing a soft kiss to her forehead, then her eyes, as if trying to kiss away her fears, wife whispering, closing her eyes, "I just don't want you to lose everything because of me." Hamdan shaking his head, his voice fierce, "I am not losing everything. I am choosing what truly matters. And that is you." Silence lingers between them, filled with emotion, love, and fear. Finally, she sighs and rests her head against his chest, listening to the steady rhythm of his heartbeat. It is the only thing anchoring her in this storm of uncertainty. Hamdan tightens his arms around her, pressing a kiss into her hair. Hamdan softly, reassuring her, "Tomorrow, we leave this place behind. And I promise you, we will find happiness again. Together." She exhales shakily, still afraid, but for the first time, she allows herself to believe in his promise. Because as long as they are together, there is still hope. The breaking point, the tension in the room is unbearable. Hamdan's wife paces back and forth, her hands clenched into fists, her eyes blazing with anger and pain. Hamdan stands near the bed, watching her, his own frustration mounting. The weight of everything, the forced marriage, their planned escape, his father's power, hangs between them like a sword ready to fall. Wife furious, voice shaking with emotion, "Tell me, Hamdan. How did they arrange your second marriage so quickly? Who is she? How long has your father been planning this behind my back?" Hamdan exhales sharply, running a hand through his hair. He knew this moment would come. He knew she would ask. And yet, he has no answers that will make this any easier. Hamdan trying to stay calm, but his voice is strained. "It doesn't matter who she is. I don't care about her. I don't want this marriage." Wife scoffing, her eyes filling with tears. "Then why did you just stand there like a coward when your father announced it? Why didn't you fight back then, in front of everyone?" Her words cut deep. Hamdan clenches his jaw, guilt flashing in his eyes. He looks away for a moment, unable to meet her gaze. He knows she's right. He stood there, silent, while his father dictated his fate. But in that moment, he had felt powerless. Hamdan whispering, his voice hoarse, I didn't know what to do." Wife laughing bitterly, wiping a tear away, "You didn't know what to do. Hamdan, I was waiting for you to say something, anything. I thought you would fight for me right then and there. But you just stood there while your father humiliated me, like I was nothing. Hamdan steps toward her, desperation creeping into his voice. Hamdan firmly, that's not true. You are everything to me. Wife cutting him off, her voice breaking, then why did you let him do this? Why did you let him tell the world that I am no longer your wife? Hamdan's breath catches. He has no answer, at least. Not one that will ease her pain. He exhales shakily and reaches for her hands, but she pulls away, wife stepping back, shaking her head. You say you love me. But love isn't just words, Hamdan. It's actions. And when the moment came, you let me down. Hamdan flinches as if she physically struck him. His hands drop to his sides, his shoulders tense. He knows she's hurt. He knows he has failed her in that moment. But he also knows, he cannot change the past. He can only fight for their future. Hamdan voice rough, eyes burning with regret. You're right. I should have spoken. I should have fought right then and there. And I will spend the rest of my life making that up to you. But please, don't doubt that I love you. Don't doubt that I would give up everything for you. She stares at him, her chest rising and falling with deep, shaky breaths. She wants to believe him. She needs to believe him. But the wound is still fresh. Wife softly, after a long pause, you say you'll give up everything for me. But Hamdan, are you truly ready to leave your entire world behind? Hamdan steps forward, gently cupping her face. His thumb brushes away the tear that escapes her eye. His voice is quiet, but filled with unshakable resolve. Hamdan whispering, with certainty, I already have. She lets out a trembling breath, her anger slowly melting into something else, fear, love, hope. She doesn't know what the future holds, but in this moment, looking into his eyes, she sees the truth. He is hers. And no matter what happens next, they will face it together, a love worth fighting for. The room is silent except for the sound of her uneven breathing. Hamdan watches as his wife turns away, pressing a hand to her forehead as if trying to steady herself. He knows she's overwhelmed. He knows she has every right to be. But he cannot let her drown in this fear, not when he is willing to fight for her with everything he has. Hamdan softly, stepping closer, I know you're hurt. I know my silence made you feel abandoned. But please, listen to me. Wife turning sharply, voice filled with pain. Hamdan, do you even realize what you've done? Your father announced your second wedding like I was never part of your life. Like I never existed. And you, her voice cracks, you just stood there. Hamdan swallows hard, his jaw tightening as he absorbs her words. He had never felt more powerless than in that moment, standing before his father's decree, his fate being decided without his consent. And now, here she was, broken because of his hesitation. He steps closer, his voice low but firm, Hamdan eyes filled with desperation. You think I stood there because I didn't care? Because I accepted it? No. I was trying to control my rage, trying not to act recklessly and make things worse for us both. But that doesn't mean I agreed. That doesn't mean I will let this happen. She looks at him, her tears glistening in the dim light. There is doubt in her eyes, doubt that cuts him deeper than any sword ever could. He reaches for her hands, this time refusing to let her pull away, Hamdan voice breaking slightly, I love you. And I will never let them take you from me. She clenches her jaw, blinking away fresh tears.